$4,700 for a raw one, and it's like I'm not
Really?
taking.
If you want it for my cost, I can sell it to you for my cost. If you
What's
want to
that,
add it,
3,000?
$3,700 is what I paid. Hey guys, Drew with Kush Collectibles. Welcome back to a brand new video. In this video, we are in Tampa, Florida, but we wanted to go by Winter Haven because MJ Pawn, the boys over there, they are content machines, but they also like coins, they like bullion, and they like everything else that they can make money at. And so we wanted to stop by their shop, talk with them, and see what they're doing right. And that's kind of what we like to do with other dealers as well. So we sit down with them, ask them what they're doing, and some cool stories also. And so we ended up getting a $20 St. Gaudens from them for melt, and you're going to see why in the video. It's just because they wanted to trade us some coins. But without further ado, let's jump into the video.
Oh, I got this, and my grandfather passed away, and then we just hear nothing from him. I had a lady in Michigan that supposedly had all this stuff that she was going to call me and come up there and all that. And so, I mean, who knows, maybe one of those deals will come through one day.
My rule of thumb is if it's not in front of my face, it's not real.
That's 100%.
That's the way it runs.
Let me show you this other one.
Ever since I got that fake one, man, I just
Scared.
I want a real one now for some reason.
being drawn to it.
Look at that.
It's just, you bought 264s probably for a good price. It doesn't make any sense. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, for example, what are you selling your 64s for?
Probably 25, 50.
Yeah, that's the best that it's probably going to be out there. Like, I just sold 10 $20 gold pieces for, what, $25.77.
Yeah.
And that, I think you
I
guys...
got those for a good deal. A lady, her father did pass away and had a bunch, and she just brought them, and then she just wanted $22.50 for the first ones that came in, and gold was a little lower, and then every time she came in, she was just $22.50, $22.50, $22.50.
Yeah.
So I was just buying them. I probably bought 10 or 15 from her.
That's
Or
great.
Make your own month. Right there.
Yeah.
Or at least rent and whatever.
That's what I was telling him. It doesn't take much. Man, one person walks in there during the month, and we get a $2,000-3,000 sale or buy. You could be close to what you need.
Well, the funny part about the 93Ss is that we actually bought 3 93Ss in one day.
You bought 3 of them?
Yeah, so we were waiting to
See,
talk to
it's almost
one
there.
collector, and he was like, "Oh, I know this guy. He's got a 93S, which was the VF20," and he said, "Hey, do you want to come? We can maybe introduce you to him." And this is where we bought the Morgans, and we sitting down at Chick-fil-A, and this one popped up on eBay under wholesale, basically. So I spent like $5,000 at lunch. Everybody else is ordering lunch at Chick-fil-A,
You're spending $5,000.
and then
Spending the profits.
a shop in Ohio messaged me, "Oh, we have one in 45. You want to buy that one?" I'm like, "Okay, that's 2 in one day." And then we went to the other guy's house, and he was just like, "Here's this 93S, so three in one day." When most people just never even
buy one.
Never even buy one. Yeah. So we hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. One thing that those guys do right is that they find cool stuff to give away every single video. We're going to try to do this because we have so much stuff that we get in. We get bullion in, we get coins in. Just things that we probably could give back to subscribers for supporting our videos, watching our videos. So if you guys want to be interested in the giveaway for this 1923 Peace Dollar, just leave a comment of what you think about the video and the stories. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. And at the end of next video, we'll just tell you guys who won this and give you guys a shot at pretty much every video to get stuff like this. But yeah, let's jump back into today's video.
I'm sure you know by now, but with all the fakes out there, you aren't ever afraid that you're...
If you know the holders, like if you know what your holders should look like, you're okay.
So a guy,
Or if
sure
you
the
have Ron,
guy,
he
the
sit up
guy,
behind you.
the guy.
Rodney even had a hard time with ours. Not a hard time. He kind of knew. He knew right away, but he
just
wanted
took
to
it
be
somewhere
sure.
to be 100%
So
sure.
he was sure, but he kind of knew right away, I guess. So, I mean,
But,
he knew.
The guy Prince that buys the gold sometimes in our videos, he went to a pawn shop where a guy had a 16D that he loaned the guy money. And I told him, I was out doing something, I didn't have time. I'm like, go on NGC, look it up. A lot of times I have a picture of it, of what it was. And the holder and the coin was completely different than what was on the NGC
The
website.
certification.
Right.
number. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, the numbers was the same, but the holder and the coin, because you can get an idea from the pictures on what it looks like, because it wasn't. I remember what the grade was, but
We're a bit nervous of like $3 gold pieces.
Yeah, most of them are fake.
You can get really high really fast with $3 gold.
Well, and
pieces.
95% of the 16Ds that are raw, that are fake, are just added mint marks. So you have to know what the mint mark looks like. And
It's a weird story. I bought one of those $3 gold pieces at a pawn shop.
Yeah.
And he just said, I got these. He sold, I can't remember what it was, but it was under what it was worth. I knew we weren't even in the pawn. This was years ago before I started. So I bought it, and I was like, didn't even really want it, but I bought it just to have it. And so I went to a show, and I had all my gold stuff, and I wanted a few particular things, and I was going through it, and one of the dealers said, I even showed it to one dealer, and he goes, man, it just looks too good. I don't know if I like it or not. And I was like, you know, what's it worth? And he was like, well, it's worth whatever it was if it's real.
Right.
So I was like, well, he was like, I don't know if it's, you know, I'm just not sure. So I was like, that's cool. He said, it's just not for me. It just looks too good. And I was like, all right. So I'll go to another desk or another table. It's at that show, the Orlando show. And I was going through my stuff, and he says, hey, do you want to do something with that? And I was like, yeah. And I showed it to him. He was like, what do you want for it? And I was like, this guy said it was worth, what? I can't remember exactly, 30-something hundred or something.
Right.
And he was like, yeah. He said, he goes, I'll take it for that. And I goes, well, he said it looked too good. I said, I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah,
I don't know. I said, I bought it from a pawn shop. I said, and I got it for like nothing. And he was like, no, dude. He says, I'll buy it. No problem whatsoever. I said, well, just look it over good. If you want to pay me that, pay it. And he was like, yeah, I just ended up trading him a bunch of stuff. But I hope it was good for him. I mean, I told him, and I was straight up, because I never want to hook nobody with nothing.
Yeah.
Or nothing. Even with this year, the guy told us to, man, if you took it around here, people would buy that. He said, it's that good. He said, it's from silver. He said, it's somebody made that, like, whoever it was made it as a coin to make it as close to realistic as possible. And I was just like, nah. I said, we come home and drilled it. I don't want nobody to get stuck with that.
Right.
Pay $4 or $5 grand for that and be stuck with a $20 piece of silver.
Offered to buy it before we went in the show. Some guy offered to buy it.
And I just didn't want to. We just didn't want to do
Before
that.
I even knew if it was real or fake.
that's scary.
Yeah, people were offering us to buy it before Rodney looked at it.
Yeah.
So, and we were just like, well, we don't know if it's real or not. I want to take it to him first and find out.
Right.
Well, I'll buy it. If you find me after the show, I'll buy it. So I was like, all right, well, let him tell. As soon as he told us, we put it away and zapped it, because I'm just not going to do that.
No, yeah, you don't want to.
It's not fair. It's not right. Even if I didn't even know about the gold at the show, and I told him. I mean, straight. I said, that guy right there, like the next table over. I said, he said it looks too good to be real. And he goes, well, it don't look too good to me. He said, I'll buy it right now. So I was like, dude, you know my concerns. As long as you're good, I'm good.
Yeah.
And it probably was real. I'm guessing the guy didn't say it was fake. The guy next to him, he just said it looks too good.
You just don't want that
Whatever that
93S to be
means.
back in circulation for somebody else to get kind of conned.
Yeah,
you know?
this one here, we just put the hole in it for. But that $3, I didn't even know $3 golds were worth that kind of money.
Yeah.
You know, at the time, because I wasn't even really a collector or anything. I just went around the pawn shops buying gold coins.
Gold weight, pretty much.
And just if they were a few $100 or whatever, $500, I think I got that for, I want to say $400, $500, something like that. It
It
was
probably
just like-
double melt at the time, probably.
Yeah, and I looked it up, and every one of them was like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 2,000. I was like, I'll take it, man. I didn't know nothing about them at the
Yeah.
time. This has been years ago, like maybe 10 years ago.
Maybe you probably sold a top pop, you know. Now it's probably like
Yeah,
35 grand somewhere.
I don't know.
One day, you know.
The guy next to him told me the price of what it probably was worth, and then he agreed. Yeah, that's probably what it's worth. He said, I'll trade you this, or I'll give you this much cash. And I just said, I'll just trade you out. And I traded him a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Take it easy.
I was happy. He was happy. I mean, I hope it worked out for him.
Yeah.
I'm sure it did. You know, he was adamant about how good. And he had a thing right there, like a microscope thing. He was looking through.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure.
And
Yeah.
he, 100%. He was like, "I'll buy it right now." I was like, "Sold."
That's great. Huh.
That's what we've been doing. We've been, so this is one, but we have 2 or 3 in our personal collection, just so we have, a reference point of
Yeah.
what's fake and what's not. Because we don't want to get stuck. Like, we went to a pawn shop and they were wanting $4,700 for a raw one, and it's like, I'm not
Really?
taking. I'm not.
If you want it for my cost, I can sell it to you for my cost.
Ooh.
If you want to add it,
3,000.
$3,700 is what I paid. If you want to add it to your collection for $3,700, the only reason why I bought it for $3,700 is because someone just sold one in G4 for $4,100 and it was cacked. So that's why I bought it. But if it's something that you guys want to add, I don't. I'm good with where I need to be. So, and you do have a wife at home that might kill you. So that's
She don't care as long as
just think until Saturday
as
about it.
long as She's well taken care of. She don't mind.
I thought like the showroom was like 20 feet that way, and then I walk in, I'm like, nah, I just got to keep it simple,
Yeah.
you know.
So I
It's
will
almost
eventually have
perfect
this
for
one
us.
right here.
Yeah.
Like I said, no, probably heard me say it 1,000 times, but we was offered that one during COVID,
Mhm.
and we just didn't take it because we didn't know what was going to happen with what was going on. So
If I knew now, we probably would have took it, but I mean, we don't even need it now. I mean, it would just be really nice now.
Do you mind showing Justin the what I was telling you about, just for fun? So if you look at this,
Oh yeah, look through the loop.
if you look at the loop on that one, you could see that like little bit of a feather behind the head,
The third feather.
the third
You see
feather.
the two big feathers, and then
Yeah.
another one looks like it's on the other side of his head, right under the second one.
yeah.
Yeah, so I got sent all these coins, and then I was like, there's actually 2 feather varieties, so that feather can be missing. And I
This
actually,
one, and you'll see the missing.
and this one, it's the first one I've ever seen that was missing before behind the head.
Oh yeah,
And so I was like,
See that little knob missing?
yeah.
and so people collect the 2 feathers, then they collect the regular, and
What I always worry about now, like buying certain stuff like this,
It's
do you
fake?
think, not really, like as far as investment way down the road, because we're fairly younger guys when
Right.
it comes to coins.
yeah,
Do you think, like, because when you go to the coin shows, you see the average age of the guys.
right.
Do you think in, say, 30 years when we're that age, is this stuff, is people still gonna be buying this stuff like this, you think?
Well, that's the whole game, right? You are the house.
Yeah.
So you make money when someone comes to buy. You make money when someone comes to sell.
Yeah, you can
If
always
your
average
house, I have no problem being house. But if someone's gonna collect, I just tell
All
them.
I'm saying as far as for collectors
Yeah.
is what I'm talking about. Yeah, you wanna,
I would love for
you
the.
don't plan on holding on to this for 20 or 30 years. You
Yeah.
plan on moving.
Unless
I'm
I
talking
truly
about
believe in
for
it.
Like, because there is stuff I keep. Like, I'll probably keep something from I bought from you, but I just wonder in,
You still have an
30.
outlet though to average down though.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of collectors out there that don't have a shop where they're like, I can average down, I'm in the space, I know what the numbers are, I can haggle, and then you're gonna have social pull to the point where it's like, I want the coins at this price.
He knocked it out of the.
Oh,
Did you see that one?
Not yet.
That's that one that we had at the
That's the
show.
one I had that was fake.
Yeah,
I'd
be in a different realm if I wasn't house, and you'd be in a different realm too. You wouldn't be buying as much if you weren't like.
I'm just talking about not even like for me or you. I'm talking about more for as collectors, like stuff you would even hold on to.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's stuff y'all hold on to.
There's stuff that I believe in, and there's stuff that I'm like somebody else believes in, and all I'm doing is just trying to fulfill it. But it's kind of hard to like. I guess one of the major coin dealers, she was like, the only problem I got is I don't have a crystal ball.
Yeah.
He's like,
That's true.
but most people that you talk to about certain things, they believe they know.
Yeah. Well, everybody
They have
believes
confidence,
They know.
right?
You hear everybody, gold's going to 3,000, gold's going to this, silver's going to 50. I mean,
And all those dudes are selling at 2,700,
that's what I'm
right? So
saying. So,
it's kind of all just everywhere, pretty much, you know. Do you need something on this one, Justin? Is that what you want to check on this for you?
should be on. Depends on what you want for it. I just put it out there to.
$400. I'll make $40 and make sure you guys have something cool.
15 even.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So we're back in the cottage this time as well, and we'll be set up at the show, table 1110. If you guys want to stop by, say hi to us, sell us some stuff, or just talk to us, whatever you want to do, that works for us. But before we got here, it's kind of a crazy story. We ended up buying $10, $20 gold pieces. We sold them to a local client, and then we started to drive to Florida, and we bought a bunch of kind of higher-end common date Morgan dollars, and we also bought a few better date Morgan dollars, like a 79cc and 64, and so we ended up selling that to somebody in Georgia yesterday, and then we drove all the way down here to Tampa to check out the show, and we'll be ready for it tomorrow. And so it's been a crazy past few days, and we are so excited to do more things like, you know, giving coins away, but also taking you guys along in our journey with talking with other people about similar interests like coins or maybe other collectibles in the future. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts on our conversation today. Make sure to subscribe because we're coming out with videos every single week. We want you guys to be a part. And yeah, we'll see you guys at the Tampa vlog because we're going to be vlogging up. And we hope to maybe put you guys on as well if you guys want to stop by the table.